The setting is intimate, perhaps the backseat of a car or a private space late at night. The tension is palpable. The young woman with striking pink hair and wide, surprised eyes looks up at the man beside her. His gaze is intense, a mix of determination and a slight smirk. A single, startled word escapes her lips. "You..." She immediately tries to create distance. With her hand raised, she pushes against his chest, her expression firm, yet somewhat panicked. The narration highlights her attempt to break away, push out. She's trying to resist his advances and maintain her personal space. But he's faster and stronger. In a swift, dominant move, the man's hand grips her wrist, halting her movement. Their joined hands are the focal point, emphasizing the struggle and the moment of capture. The caption emphasizes the action, pull. He is pulling her toward him, overriding her attempts to push away. The pull is successful, her resistance fails, and the woman, now much closer to him, looks up in a mix of surprise and maybe even despair. The man, however, is completely composed, his gaze soft yet possessive. He leans in, speaking her name with an undeniable familiarity and command. Zishoen. The struggle ends as she is completely pulled into his embrace. The man's arms wrap firmly around her waist, pulling her onto his lap. The scene is one of complete submission to his action, concluding the sequence with a close, intimate hold.
Held tight in the embrace, the man leans in close to her ear, his expression a mixture of determination and a sly smile. He reminds her of a previous agreement, his voice firm. "You promised that tonight would give me the answer." The woman, still looking distressed, is cornered. Confused and perhaps trying to buy time, the woman tries to sound out a question, her voice shaky. Answer what? She seems to genuinely not know or is pretending to be ignorant of the specific subject he is referring to. He doesn't let her evade the topic. Leaning in even closer, the man's gaze is intense and focused entirely on her. His smile is knowing and utterly confident as he finally poses the ultimate question, "Will you marry me?" A sudden, unexpected interruption cuts through the proposal's tension. A close-up shot shows a hand, perhaps hers, or perhaps the man's, reaching out and pressing a button on what appears to be a seat or vehicle control panel, maybe adjusting the seat or an emergency function. The interruption results in a dramatic change in position. Now, the woman is above him, pinning him down slightly on the seat. Her pink hair flows around them, and her expression is fierce. She stares down at him, seemingly having flipped the situation. She insists that he resolve the matter immediately. "If you haven't finished thinking, then do it now." The power dynamic has suddenly and dramatically shifted.
The momentum of the seat adjustment and her push forces him to lie down flat against the seat. Ziquin is clearly in control of the situation for the moment. Looking down at him, she uses her dominant position to criticize his actions, clearly distraught. Don't like that, Ziquin. She is frustrated by his forceful methods. In a moment of vulnerability, the man pulls her close, hiding his face against her chest, while she rests her hand gently on his head. Despite her anger, she doesn't push him away. The tension shifts from confrontation to a confusing intimacy. He raises his head, his eyes now wide open and focused, perhaps sensing his opportunity. His demanding nature resurfaces as he presses her for an answer. "Answer me quickly." The moment of vulnerability has passed. Finally, Ziquin gives her definitive, panicked answer. She avoids his gaze, stating her reason for rejection clearly and desperately. I won't marry. Let me go. I'm still under 20, still a student." The woman, now straddling the man, looks down at him with a serious, troubled expression. The physical tension is palpable. She begins to explain her hesitation with a thought bubble. This is not the reason. She is denying his prior statement from image 18 as the cause of her reserved behavior.
The scene opens with an intense close-up of the man. He is lying down, looking up at the pink-haired woman with a smoldering, slightly suggestive gaze. Her face is close to his, suggesting they're in a very confined or intimate space, perhaps a car. The man's hand reaches up toward the woman's neck or shoulder. A speech bubble covers part of the frame, containing the man's dialogue. Or, I'm too serious. It makes you feel dishonest when we are together. So, can I go one step further? This line suggests he is questioning her discomfort and pushing the boundaries of their relationship. The focus shifts to a close-up of the woman's panicked face. Her wide pink eyes express distress or shock. She pulls away and a large, bold speech bubble conveys her immediate rejection. "No, not like that!" Protest. Her reaction is a clear denial of the man's suggestion. The man, still lying down, looks up at her with a look of confusion and sadness. He finally articulates his deeper worry, asking, "So why? Could it be, did you really like him, so feel regret when left him?" This reveals the core issue. The man is insecure about her feelings for a past lover, implying that the dishonesty he mentioned earlier is tied to her previous relationship. Following the man's question about her past relationship, the woman is still positioned above him in the car. She attempts to deny his implication, her hands placed on his chest. Her speech bubble is cut short, showing her difficulty in articulating her feelings. "No, I'm just... The man, now looking directly up at her, cuts in with a serious and reassuring declaration about his own character. He looks sincere and determined, asserting his commitment. "I am not like other men. If I have decided on something, I will definitely do my best. Absolutely not a joke." The story concludes, for these panels, with a close-up of the woman's profile. She looks away, her eyes cast down, an expression of profound shyness or realization on her face. The accompanying label, shy, suggests her previous no was not a rejection of him, but an initial panicked response. Her thought bubble indicates she is reflecting on his bold declaration and is internally moved. Didn't expect that he... The scene shifts to a split panel. On the left, the man is focused on the woman, still looking up at her. He then takes a step back from the tension, calming the intense mood, and makes a grand declaration of love and a formal request. "So, take a step back, you first. Do you agree to be my girlfriend? I will always love you and give you all you want." On the right, the woman reacts emotionally, her hand touching her face as she processes the sudden, sincere proposal. The panel focuses on the man's expectant face and his chest. The woman's reply is a simple yet clear negative. This rejection hangs in the air, creating immediate tension after his heartfelt proposal. The man, now sitting up and looking at the woman's profile, is visibly hurt and questions her rejection, assuming it's based on his own flaws. The woman shakes her head in denial. "Can't make my girlfriend? Am I really so bad that you hate me so?" The woman moves to sit up fully and begins to explain. Her words clarify that the problem isn't him, but her own perceived inadequacy. "Not like that. You are really very good. Really very good. Just, I'm not good." The man's frustration boils over. He grabs her hand, rejecting her self-assessment and demanding a chance to be with her. "Yes, you are not good. You treat me badly at all. I really want to be with you. Why do you not give me a chance?" A close-up shows the woman's distressed expression, confirming her inner conflict as she listens to his passionate counter-argument. The man continues, trying to make her see that her decision only considers herself and not his feelings. "I know, but you think, only you made this decision. How about me?" The scene ends with a close-up of both characters side by side in the dark. The man looks forward with a firm, slightly pained expression, while the woman looks at him with a soft, determined smile. The tension appears to be resolving, suggesting she is ready to accept him.